My name is Rachel Jennings. I'd like to thank you for being here for my presentation today. Today I will be talking to you about the health of our eyes, more specifically how we maintain the health of our eyes through yearly eye exams. I'd like to ask to start today with having you close your eyes. I'm going to have you visualize something for me. I'd like you to close your eyes and think of a loved one. I'd like you to be very specific in this. I'd like you to think about their eye color, shape of their nose, what their hair looks like. Once you have that in there, I'd like you to open your eyes and think about what it would be like if you woke up one day and could no longer see that face very clearly or at all. Our eyes are extremely important to us. We use them all of the time. I think of our eyes like a car. When you purchase a car, you want it to last you as long as possible. To keep that car working as long as possible, you do maintenance. You get inspections. Even when you're not sure if something is wrong with it, an inspection can help identify a problem that we didn't know might be there. Our eyes are the same way, and yearly eye exams can do the same thing. So I'd like to talk to you today about what an eye exam consists of, what's going to happen at an eye exam, what can they find at an eye exam, and if you've not had one in a long time, how can you find who to go to? So starting today, I'd like to go first into what happens at an eye exam. According to MayoClinic.com, at an eye exam, first thing they're going to do is like any medical appointment, they're going to get some information from you. They're going to want to know what kind of health history you have. They're going to want to know if you're on any medications. Do you have any allergies to anything? And then are you currently having any vision issues, like more difficulty seeing far away? You're having to hold that book a little further away. Maybe you're having some frequent headaches. After they've gathered some of this information, they're going to do a series of pretty invasive tests. Most often, they'll want to check the strength of your eye muscles. They do this by having you use only your eyes and look to different corners of the room. They may check to see if you have any color impairment or color blindness. They will look to see if you have any difficulty seeing close up. They do this by having you read words, and as you read down, they get smaller and smaller. Next, they're going to check to see if you have any vision impairment seeing far away. This is probably the most popular test when you think about an eye exam, if you've ever had one or seen a commercial on TV. It's called the Snellen test. It's a chart. It has a series of letters, and each row that you read, they get smaller and smaller. This helps determine if you're having issues seeing farther away. If you're a young child or maybe you're not able to read, there's a simple way to do that. They usually use just one letter, maybe like an E, and they'll have you point to which direction each letter is doing. And as you read down those lines, it again can help them to see if you're having any issues. If the doctor determines that some corrective lenses may be needed, they can do a refraction assessment. This is where lenses are held up to the eye, and he can adjust the lenses as you're looking at the Snellen chart to see which one allows you to see more clearly. This gets your prescription as close as it can be. So these are some of the tests that they can do. There are others, but these are, again, the most popular. So what are these tests looking for? What can they help us determine and find out? Besides knowing if we need some corrective lenses, they can also help to diagnose some diseases of the eyes. Common ones are cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, and even tumors can be diagnosed. 90% of blindness, according to Australia 2020, is preventative or treated. A lot of that happens with our yearly eye exam. So you may be thinking to yourself, maybe I've never had one, or it's been a while, and maybe I need to get one. Maybe I'm having some of those issues that I mentioned earlier. It's been a long time, never been. How do you find a good one to go to? First off, an eye doctor is actually known as an ophthalmologist. Harvard University defines them as a doctor who specializes in the medical and surgical treatment of the eye. You can use search engines like Google or Bing to type in ophthalmologist near you. You can get a whole list. Great thing about this one is you can actually look at reviews of people who have been there, see what kind of interactions they've had, who they've liked and not liked. If you have health insurance at work, the most popular one is VSP. So you can look into them, go to their website, check them out. They can help you to find an ophthalmologist and see what kind of plan coverage you have. If you do not have any, allaboutvision.com lists most eye exams cost you around $50. So that's not too much out of the pocket to get that done. Friends and family, again, I think are going to be one of your best ones for finding who to go to for eye exams. You're probably going to know somebody who wears contacts or glasses. The chances of that are pretty high. So see who they go to, who they trust. I'd like to wrap up today's presentation with a little personal story to kind of bring back again the importance of getting these eye exams done. And not only when you feel there is an issue, but maybe when you're not even sure there could be an issue. I actually happen to have a loved one who has a cataract in her eye. She was born with this cataract in her eye, and she does not have any sight through that eye. It was not discovered until she was several years into grade school by a teacher that she was having some difficulty seeing, and she was taken to an ophthalmologist and had an eye exam done. That's when we found this cataract. On top of finding out about the cataract, we also discovered that had she been at an eye exam at an earlier age, the chances are there could have been some intervention done and she could have had some eyesight in this eye. But at the time it was found, it was too late. She would never be able to have an eyesight in that eye. She never complained of anything, so we never knew there was anything wrong being born with it. So again, it's kind of like your body. Sometimes you have some silent things affecting you you're not aware of. So again, that kind of brings back why it's important to get our eyes checked out, even when we're not sure that there is an issue. So I'd like to thank you for being here today for my presentation. And again, if you've never been or haven't been in a while, I hope you give some thought to getting those eyes checked out.